When turning in a top-down shooter, you usually have your origin at the center of the sprite. This makes spawning a bullet from the end of the barrel problematic. You cannot just offset the X and Y as the gun's position depends on the way you're facing. Let me show you how to properly find your gun's position in any angle for GameMaker. This is the first part of a series where I show you how to implement various techniques for top-down shooters in GameMaker. This is my game before any changes, just a regular top-down shooter with bullets spawning in the player's X and Y. My player object always faces the mouse by setting the image angle in the step event. In the global left pressed event, I create a bullet object as you have seen straight in the object's X and Y position. These variables must be changed to always be at the end of the gun's barrel. In my sprite, the origin is dead center to 500x, 500y. By clicking the end of the gun, I can see the coordinates change to 960x and 575y. The difference between these points are 460x and 75y. What you need is the distance between these 2 points and the angle straight from right. By observing this as a right angle triangle, you can calculate these 2 values. For this example, I will show you how to calculate it. If you don't care about the math, you can always just use an online calculator. The distance is found by taking the sum of the power of 2 for both sides. We then take the square root of the result. Rounded, this will give us 466, which is our distance. The angle is found by taking the opposite, 75, divided by the adjacent, 460. Then we take the inverse tangents of that. Notice you need to set your calculator to degrees. This gives us a degree which we will also round. As the angle is clockwise, we will use the negative value of -9. We have now found the gun's offset distance and angle. Before you close the sprite, remember to set the origin back to its normal value. Our image X scale and image Y scale is reduced to 15%, 0.15. Let's define our gun's offset distance and angle in the create event with that in mind. I set the gun's distance to 466 times the size of 15% and the gun's angle to -9. Back to our instance creation, we can now add this offset to our X position with the function length_x. The arguments will be our gun distance and the current image angle plus gun angle. We do the exact same for y with the function length_y. Here is the final result. This technique works for any static 2D sprites, even for side-scrollers. If you have a moving gun in the animation, you may want to rotate your variables gun distance and gun angle to fit the frame. Stay tuned for more videos in this series regarding top-down shooters in GameMaker.